starke Spieler mit dabei. Blick natürlich immer auf den U17-Weltmeister Luis Babatz hier im Tor. Und da auch gleich der Hinweis, da lohnt sich der Blick mal auf unsere Social-Media-Kanäle. Dort haben wir immer wieder exklusiven Content und unter anderem auch ein Interview mit Luis und seinem Vater, der hier ist. Also dort unbedingt mal reingehen. REWE Junior Cup, dort findet ihr uns auf Facebook, auf Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Also einfach suchen und mit dabei sein. Ja, und ich habe den nächsten Gast hier oben. I say a big welcome, Danny Ransom von Manchester United. Nice to have you here.
Hallo, vielen Dank für die Einladung.
Oh, should we talk in German?
Jetzt auf Englisch bitte.
Ja, auf Englisch bitte, okay. Yeah, nice to have you here. Congratulations for your game. Was a very tough game, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a great challenge for the boys, and very rare that you see a 1-0 game in this format. So, yeah, a tough game between two teams that pushed each other really hard.
Yeah, and it was different to the other games. You were more defensive in the game.
Yeah, I think that was perhaps a different type of challenge that we were faced with. Which maybe gave us an opportunity to show a different side of our boys' talents, which I thought they did really well.
Yes, and you have a look at the tournament so far. No, first goal. That's the first thing. Hannover 96 geht in Führung mit 0:1. Knapp 1,5 Minuten waren das. Hier sehen wir nochmal das Tor. Auch da Stoppfehler. Gut aufgepasst, die Bande mit eingesetzt. Und dann steht Jeremy Niklaus dort und schiebt den Ball ins Tor. Yeah. So just a little thing and you're laying back 1-0. So, okay, hard game. But let's have now a look for the tournament. Is it all running like you planned it, or?
Yeah, I think so far so good. The boys have obviously played 4 games so far, 4 wins from 4. So I think the coaching staff are really pleased with how the boys have done. I guess there will be more challenges to come as the tournament progresses. But so far so good.
There's always a high pressure when Manchester is joining a cup like this, and you saw the name on the table. There's always pressure. Did the boys feel that, or are they familiar with it?
I think for many of our boys, they've grown up through the academy, through the younger age groups, and I guess that type of, if you call it pressure or excitement and interest, I think is something that they get used to, and I think they really enjoy coming to venues like this where there are supporters and people around who are showing interest in the club, and I think secretly most of our boys probably quite enjoy it.
I think it's the nicer word. It's interest or excitement. It's positive. So, ja, ich habe gerade gefragt, wie es ist. Ne, wenn Manchester irgendwo auftritt, dann ist natürlich immer ein gewisser Druck da. Man hat eine Erwartungshaltung als Zuschauer. Und ich habe gefragt, wie das denn für die Spieler ist. Und wahrscheinlich kennen die das ja, aber es ist vielleicht eher eine Aufregung, vielleicht gar nicht so der Druck da ist. Ein Interesse am Team, an der Mannschaft. Aber die kennen das, sind mit der Akademie ja damit groß geworden. Von daher sollte das eigentlich kein Problem sein. Und es macht halt Spaß hier. Hannover führt weiterhin mit 0:1 gegen Mainz 05. Und laufen wieder. Überzahlsituation. Oh, noch gut reagiert. So you've got a very young plus player. So the one who's getting in for the goalie.
Yeah. So we have one of our players is. As you say, he's joining a substitute with our goalkeeper. He's the youngest member of our group, but I think so far he's showing a really good spirit and
absolutely
bravery to get on the ball and play, which is something that we really value. And I think this tournament is a great opportunity for him to challenge himself, but also to play with some of our older players as well.
Ja, das Tor ist hier wie zugenagelt für Mainz 05. 96 also weiter mit der Führung, und ich habe gerade kurz mal auf den jungen Spieler angesprochen, der hier immer den fliegenden Torwart macht. Also der ist sehr jung, ist aber technisch begabt. Das ist natürlich auch eine Herausforderung für ihn, und Entwicklung, die da sein kann. Also von daher bisher macht er das ja auch wirklich gut. Auch das war gar keine schlechte Aktion von Stéphane Touré. Ja, so ein bisschen fehlt jetzt hier das Glück. Da ist es jetzt aber. Ball ist drin. Anschlusstreffer für Mainz 05. Fritz Engel macht hier das nächste Tor. So what do you think about the two teams?
Yeah, I think again two of the professional teams in the competition who, yeah, I guess will perhaps be used to playing against each other in the German youth fixtures. But I think both teams are well matched so far. It looks like another tight and interesting game.
Hier sehen wir nochmal das Tor, das 1:1 durch Engel. Ballbesitz weiterhin für 05. Is there difference between the German soccer like Mainz and Hannover and the one you're playing in England?
I think perhaps some similarities between the two countries, and the two countries where football is obviously really popular and generates a lot of excitement. But I think generally the games
in England, really? No, it isn't.
Yeah, I think the level I think is probably quite similar. We're quite used to playing against German teams in competitions like this, but also in the 11-a-side format as well. And I think the games at this age group between the players are always pretty tight and present different types of challenges as well.
So in Germany, we often say that in the Premier League, if a player gets hit by another, he's just getting up again and playing on. And like maybe in, Italy, they're more laying down, staying longer at the ground. And so this might be one of the difference between it, or is this just a German view of the thing?
Yeah, I think I would say that probably English and German football seems pretty similar. Perhaps more in common than, like you say, some of the maybe different leagues like the Italian or the Spanish leagues.
Ich habe gerade mal gefragt, ob es denn Unterschiede gibt zwischen Deutsch und englischem Fußball. Eigentlich sind die relativ gleich. Und für mich ist ja immer die Premier League die Liga, wo ganz viel gekämpft wird. Die Spieler sofort wieder aufstehen, weitermachen. So klischee-mäßig sagt man ja, dass es bei anderen Ligen eher anders ist. Und deshalb, nee, vielleicht ja Italien, Spanien so ein bisschen, aber eigentlich Deutschland, England relativ gleich. How important is the tournament for you, for Manchester?
I think the indoor tournaments have become a really important part of our programme, and something that we've been involved in for a number of years. And I think when you look at again in particular this tournament, we've tried to bring teams here regularly, and I think particularly at this time of year as well, where the boys are coming back after a little bit of a break. I think this is a really nice way of reintroducing the boys to competitions again after Christmas, and certainly the format of these tournaments brings about a different type of challenge that 11-a-side football doesn't.
Nächster Treffer, erneut Fritz Engel hier für die Mainzer. 2:1, jetzt die Führung für Mainz 05. Do you have a longer pause in the window in England in the use?
Yeah, so over the Christmas time, the boys maybe would get a 10 days to 2-week break, opportunity to rest and recharge and spend a bit of time with friends and family.
So you're just starting with the tournament?
Yeah, so we started back last week, so we started back on Tuesday. A couple of days of training and preparing for the tournament before flying out to Germany on Thursday.
Also ich habe gerade nochmal nachgefragt, es gibt immer so eine kleine Weihnachtspause, also ähnlich auch wie bei uns, sind so 10 Tage bis 2 Wochen. Und das Turnier, der REWE Junior Cup, ist sozusagen der erste Auftakt dann wieder. Letzte Woche haben sie angefangen, sich haben wieder auch vorbereitet und jetzt sind sie hier mit dem Highlight. So it's a good game, I think.
Definitely.
And it's very fast, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the intensity between the two, when you get the two of the professional teams together, you know, is noticeably much higher than maybe in some of the other games. But yeah, I think that'll definitely be a different type of challenge for the players as well.
Hannover 96 auf dem Weg zum Anschlusstreffer. Ja oder nein? Sie bauen auf, haben jetzt einen zusätzlichen Feldspieler hier mit drin. Mainz lässt sie erstmal kommen. Ballbesitz Mainz, Zeit angehalten. Ja, einmal gegen die Bande. Ja, gut vom Schiri, kühlt hier ein bisschen die Gemüter wieder runter. Mit Sicherheit keine Absicht. Zwei Minuten noch. So when you're watching games like this, are you viewing it through the glasses, through the eyes of the coach, or just is it just like football fan watching, or?
Yeah, so my role at the club is I lead academy psychologist. So I work a lot with the coaches and players, looking at how we develop the mental skills of the players and the psychological side of the game. So that would be the kind of the lens that I'm looking through for these games. But yeah, certainly the intensity and the speed of this game brings some real mental challenges for the boys.
Yeah, that's very interesting, sir. Because it was what I wanted you to ask. So how you're working with the boys? Is it just like you go like one-to-one? Psychology coaching, or?
Yeah, I think there would be a mixture of ways that we look to try and develop the psychological skills of the players. Some of that might be one-to-one coaching, some of that might be working with small groups, but often it's also through trying to work with the coaches and the rest of the staff to create a program and an experience that provides the boys with different types of challenges that they can learn from and develop those skills.
But these are not more technical skills, or?
Yeah, I guess examples we might be talking about is, you know, how do we develop the ability to make good decisions, and I think these types of tournaments are a really good example of where we create a program for the boys where they're challenged with not just 11-a-side football, but formats like this where, you know, the speed that they have to make decisions, the consequences of making decisions is the results of that come really quickly. So practically as well, it allows us to develop some of those mental skills.
Yes, sir. We talk about this a bit more in the next game. Erstmal jetzt Gratulation an Mainz 05 in Rückstand geraten mit 0:1, dann das Spiel gedreht. Intensive Partie gegen Hannover 96.